Hey everyone, this is Sean Powell. I want to take a second and do a video. Today is Sunday. It is 9/25, 2016, and I have got a lot of phone calls today from people. I usually get a lot of phone calls from people who are ready to get into the business, and a lot of times I get phone calls from people who have joined someone else and they didn't get the results they were hoping for, or something like that. And I want to focus on that for right now. Okay. Now, first of all, of course, there are some that you're going to sign up underneath. They're going to take the money and pretty much disappear. I've seen that before, and a lot of y'all need to be real careful who you are going with. That's why I think it's real important that, as far as being a following, if you've got somebody that's in the business that you know who they are, you've been with business before, then you pretty much know that, they're not going to change or whatever. What do I look for? Is I make sure that I don't jump from business to business to business. I can't stand that. Okay. I think there's nothing more that you can do more flimsy than it's like being a profession in anything. You can be great at anything that you do, but if you look at your resume and you've got 10 different jobs in the last 5 years, who wants to be with you? Who wants to hire you? I'd rather have somebody who's not as good that's going to stay consistent than to have someone that goes from business to business to business like that, or a profession. And to me, that's just morals. That's common sense to me. That just is how it goes. You understand what I'm saying? Um, I think one of the issues that some of you are having is you get caught up with the light of, oh, this guy here has made this much money. He's made $100,000 or 90,000 or whatever he's made, and he's been in for this period of time. Well, you know what? You're listening to someone that is doing something that's working for them. They did not do it halfway. Okay. So a lot of y'all, I think when you join underneath them, you're thinking that they're all of a sudden, whatever the magic was, whatever combination, whatever level they were at, whatever they learned to make work for them, is just going to all of a sudden rub off on you and start up at the exact same level or something like that. And the thing is, if this person's teaching you one particular thing or whatever's worked for him or them, and that they didn't do it halfway, how are you going to halfway do it and expect to get the same results? It's not going to work for you. I did a video recently talking about don't do this business halfway. Okay. Now, something else you're going to have to understand, y'all, is that you do understand there's more than one way of making this work, right? Now, I grant you, everything that I say, I'm telling you to the best of my ability. I practice what I preach. You can look at every video I've got. I'm telling you, the moment the light flicked on saying, bing, this is how you need to do this business, not like other businesses, blah, 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 and I start telling people what they need to do, I'm telling you because that's what I've learned. Why should you listen? Because of the fact that I apply action, and I've always applied action, and I learn from what I'm putting out there. You understand what I'm saying? And when I find the answer, I have no problem telling people, because to be honest, 90% of you, if not more, aren't going to do it anyhow. I'm not worried about my business or way of getting out of being flooded or anything of that nature, because most of you aren't going to do it anyhow. I hate to say it, but even it's the honest truth. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all, because of you are trying to get underneath someone else that has perfected something, and you're trying to do it halfway and going to struggle. Well, this is really what it's about, y'all. If you are believing in a business, if you believe in the business you're connected with, you really really want it to work, you're willing to put in the action, to put the work in to make it work for you. I still think the best thing you can do is apply action when you don't know the answers. Now, you can focus at whatever way you want to get out to people. If it's going to be Facebook, YouTube, solo ads, whatever that way is, but master that one way and stay focused at that. I know some of y'all have heard me say this so many times. I'm telling you this because it's the answer. You cannot try to learn how to do something while trying to learn 5 things at one time and expect not to get burned out or any of it to really work. What I learned is, if you don't apply action in one direction and stay focused, and then you try to apply action here and try to apply action here, none of it gets the attention that it deserves. And it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I hope you can see me. My monitor went black for a second. I don't have the power cord hooked up. So that's why I'm telling you, you need to mainly focus on one way to get out to the people. Now, as much as my sponsor from day one when I got my first online business, once I understood the fundamentals, I didn't need them. I didn't need them. I didn't need anybody. Frank Calabro, I give Frank a lot of respect for a lot of things he does, and I'm not knocking Frank in any way, form, or fashion, none whatsoever. But I didn't need him, to be honest. I already knew what I needed to do. And see, I learned that by applying action when I didn't know the answers. Y'all, when you are really trying to figure something out and you're putting your whole everything you got into it, when you hit that roadblock, you figure it out. And this thing sticks with you. I've said this before, it never goes away. It never goes away. It's embedded in you. It's part of who you are. It's what works for you. I'm dead serious. Now, I don't know of any better way to make something work for you your way than learning while you are applying action and didn't know the answers. And you know, sometimes when I say that, I don't know if people really grasp what I'm really trying to say. Because what's happening is you're trying to take a roadmap from someone else who did that, who literally made it work for them by figuring out how to make it work for them and maybe getting over the roadblocks, whatever they had to do, right? But if it's not what you're doing, you really, it's theory. You know what I'm saying? It's what worked for me. It's like me right now. I'm trying to tell you what worked for me. It, I would say, to be honest, the best thing to do is to focus in one direction. Pick that one way. If it's YouTube, if it's Facebook, if it's solo ads, if it's SMS with messages, that's something I just got done talking to a guy about. It doesn't matter what it is. It's mastering that one way for you. And understand, y'all, when you pick someone, make sure they're going to be accessible, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Get them to put somebody underneath you in the business. I don't know of anything better that a sponsor can do than that, to be honest. I really can't think of anything else. That they teach you what they know that works for them and always be accessible to you. Now, I'm going to tell you, there is no way I can reach out to every person that's got in every business that I've gotten in. I can't do it. I don't even know how many thousands of people that is. What I can do is tell people, there's my phone number. I'm on Facebook every day. Here's my Facebook group. Y'all, I'm going to be accessible. Send me messages and tell people, I pure preach this. You're not going to bother me by getting in touch with me. The ones who, well, I'm going to say quote unquote, they're thinking they're irritating me. The ones who think they're irritating me, are usually the ones that make it. Okay? So I have no problem with that. You got to be stubborn. You got to be hard-headed. You got to put your head down and get to work and don't quit. And if there's something I can do to help you, I will. And I've told people this before too. The ones who are constantly going out there, you know, I can tell you who's going to make it sometimes before they ever make it, just because when they contact me, I can tell the questions they're asking are the right kind of questions. And a lot of y'all aren't even doing nothing. You're too serious. You signed up, you stand there, you got paralysis, you can't move, and you can't think. You think the sponsor's supposed to do everything for you. And to be honest, it's your business. Treat it like your business. You know what I'm saying? And anytime you try to take the person out of the business, hiding behind a funnel, you're going to struggle. And if you're branding somebody, who are you branding? You know what I'm saying? And anybody, even in solo ads, y'all, I don't mean to put it down. I really don't. I know it could be a great thing, but if you got to get these people to connect with you, you've already paid for them to come through your house. They didn't get a chance to meet you there. And then you're trying to do follow-up emails. And then you're going to have to do Facebook, connecting with them in the Facebook groups, hopefully your timeline on Facebook and YouTube videos. Well, I don't see a whole lot of difference between what I'm doing now and what you're doing to pay somebody to come in. The difference is I've got my hand out the front door and I'm not paying anybody to do it. You understand what I'm saying? That's my choice. If some of y'all don't like it, then it's something you're going to learn after you spend a couple of thousands of dollars and realize you're not getting anywhere. You understand it's the glue that's missing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Anyhow, I get a lot of phone calls, y'all. I don't think your people, I'm not saying everybody because I know I get a lot of phone calls from certain people in particular, but different groups by different leaders, I get a bunch of them. I really, really do. I'm just telling you, maybe you aren't going all the way. Maybe you're trying to do something halfway. Maybe that way isn't the right way for you. Doesn't mean that sponsor is not going to still be there for you. You know what I'm saying? Um, One of the most common things I hear is, I wish I could have got underneath you. Well, to be honest, unless you were planning on putting the work in, it wouldn't have been no different. You understand what I'm saying? Now, something else too. Your business is your business. You're going to have to build it. You're going to have to put the work in. You're going to have to be the one applying the action. Now, I can put the first one in underneath you, and that's what I do. Okay? And I'm going to show you this is exactly what I do that works for me. And I'll give you my opinion. And I'll tell you that you need to be doing this and that. And if you're taking action, I'll do everything I can to help you. You know, I've even got to the point now where I give people the software so they can do the videos the same one I'm using. You know what I'm saying? If this was not a $1,000 item at $12.99 total, and this was a $20 item, I would probably be preaching Facebook and YouTube like you wouldn't believe. Both. But because, no, I say YouTube, I mean Facebook, I do mean work at home, work from home, posting groups, blah, blah, blah. Because I get you an awesome list. In YouTube, I'm not getting a huge list. I'm getting buyers. And it's not a lead race, and that's the difference. Okay. So some of y'all are going to have to learn there is a difference, because there is. And when I get phone calls, most of them get in my business, and that's important. But again, why wouldn't they? They're connected with the person that that they want to connect with. And that's the difference. Anyhow, y'all, anybody looking at Exitus Elite, if you want to go ahead and click the link down below, give me a phone call. I mean, it's right there. Phone, call me. Right there has my number. I'm here every day. It's all I do for a living. I'd be tickled to help you out. All right. And like I said, the bonus, I'm putting the first one in underneath for you. All right. Appreciate it.